Well, and those Bryce Harper comments, just for listeners who might not know, he basically said that the WBC is great, but it's not the Olympics. It's not the same vibe. And a lot of people took that to mean that the Americans in particular are just kind of too cool for school when it comes to the WBC, even though every other country is taking this extremely seriously and is having a lot of fun. You and I had an interesting offline conversation about, on the one hand, baseball is in the Olympics in 2028 in LA. It was there in Tokyo because the host nations can add a sport to their Olympic program, but it's been removed from the Olympic program for several Olympics at this point. The idea of baseball not being a global sport is one that I take extreme exception to. But your take, which is obviously equally valid and that I appreciate, is that we're not doing ourselves any favor with how US centric this baseball classic and the coverage around it has been, correct?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, and also, look, I am kind of a far left human being when it comes to the importance of the Olympics. Do I cover the Olympics? Do I enjoy the stories of athletes that wouldn't otherwise be able to compete and do things? Yeah. Should the Olympics probably not exist? Also true. Mm-hmm. You are effectively destroying nations to bring these tournaments, these Olympiads, to a place for a certain amount of time for a qualifiable glory that doesn't necessarily have any real tangible effect from an economic standpoint. And baseball has roots in other places and other things that don't need that kind of stage in order to make it important. So I felt that not only was that short-sighted take from Bryce, it was like, what? That's what you think? You think this is going to translate like that in Dodger Stadium in July? You ever been to Dodger Stadium in July? Because I have. You know what I'm saying? People ain't showing up in July. There's a lot of people there all the time. That might be the month where the fatigue is the highest, right? Because it's the middle of the season. And so this idea that it was just going to translate quickly or easily, I thought was an indication of, again, just a level of cultural ignorance that was kind of baffling.